will be our referee.
Ready? Michael, ready? Fight's on.
Morales in the red trunks, Veretennikov in the blue.
Yeah, and Veretennikov is training at King's MMA now as well, and that's an important point to mention, because if you follow mixed martial arts, you've heard the name King's MMA. Head coach Rafael Cordeiro, just a legend of the Muay Thai game down in Brazil, and he just, you know, produced some legendary fighters over the years, talking Shogun, Vanderlei Silva, the list goes on. Right now, Kelvin Gastelum, Marvin Vettori, Giga Chikadze. So he's training with some of the best people in the world, and that's why he came to America.
Yeah, he said Giga Chikadze and Beneil Dariush were a big impact on him when he got to America. But part of the reason he came to train in the United States was at the behest of one Triple G. He has acquaintances with Gennady Golovkin and said, man, you got to go to the United States to get some of that high-level training, take your game to the next level.
And Beneil Dariush is actually in his corner as well, Laura. Nice Superman punch up the fence a second ago for Morales. As I say, I haven't seen the jab yet. Most of the other fights I saw, he was working behind the jab. But now he's using that as a little feint to throw the right hand.
Not a lot of MMA in Ecuador, so Morales went to Tijuana, fighting out of Entrim Gym there.
I'm surprised to see Morales be the one initiating, looking for a takedown here. That's not something I saw a lot in his film coming into this fight, but doing a nice job here. He's got the body lock on Veretennikov, looking to drag this fight to the ground, but Veretennikov so far doing a good job of defending this takedown attempt here.
Yeah, Veretennikov is, dare I say it, very technical.
He is very technical.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't miss this.
A little early. I mean, we're only 2 minutes in.
Very technical.
You should have saved that one. Veretennikov looking to get the whizzer here and defend, spin out to be able to put Morales' back on the cage, but Morales doing a nice job of keeping him pinned here.
And you're right, we haven't seen a ton of takedown attempts in wrestling from him, but he is the national Ecuadorian wrestling champion.
Oh, he's got it in his pocket for sure, and we're seeing it right now.
Yeah, look at that. Nice work, though. You see here, Veretennikov, he gets a little sloppy sometimes, though, when he's boxing. He does have a lot of power. That wasn't bad. That was a good one, too. It looks like he might have cleaned up a little bit from the tape I saw, but he does have a habit of getting very wild.
Veretennikov is going to be looking to close distance at some point and get this fight into the clinch, which is exactly where he does his best work. Those knees, the elbows off the break. He's so good in that Muay Thai clinch.
We're at the 2-minute mark here in the first round. Michael Morales from Ecuador, Nikolai Veretennikov from Kazakhstan, fighting out of Huntington Beach and King's MMA.
Right now, Morales doing a really good job of keeping this fight long. He's using those long-range weapons. I agree with you, Michael. I mean, one of the biggest notes I had on him was how effective his jab is.
Yes.
And we're not seeing him use it too much yet.
No, it is surprising because it is such a valuable weapon to have. Certainly when you have the reach, the speed, and just the beautiful jab that he does possess.
Look at me.
But he's not using it so far.
Okay, take your time.
Let's have a look. Oh, yeah. Oof. Make no mistake.
A doctor? No. Okay, good. Okay. All right, stay there. Hey, accidental, up, first. Okay, same thing, up, fist. Time in, fight.
When you watch him fight, how young Michael Morales is, just 22 years old.
Yes.
Been a professional since 2017.
Yeah, well, I was going to say 22 years old, but he's very composed in there. That's one thing that I actually wrote down in my notes doing my research. And for 22 years old to already have that kind of maturity, it's huge. But he ate a big shot there.
He ate a couple of shots, and then Wisely decides to go for the takedown. Doesn't work. Got out of harm's way.
Oh, nice shot from Veretennikov as he spun him back into the octagon.
Another Superman punch.
Yeah, that one got through.
45 seconds to go here in the first round. Looked like that high kick just grazed the head of Veretennikov.
Just missed him ever so slightly. But again, I am confused. If you watch Michael Morales, he uses the jab all the time, and it's non-existent here in this fight.
And I think it would be very effective for him, right? I mean, Veretennikov is heavy on that lead leg. He's sort of, putting his face out there and using his balance where he can pull Morales into his punches, but Morales just, happy to stay a little bit more at kicking range here.
Spinning back fist, kind of connected. Not too much on it, though.
Veretennikov, the more active fighter here in round one, landing almost twice as many total strikes. UFC 266 available for purchase only on ESPN+. Gonna be a fun night on Saturday.
Oh yeah, that's a stacked fight card top to bottom, but of course Nick Diaz coming back. I mean, come on, who's not pumped for that one?
Been a long time since those two saw each other.
Nice.
I like that Superman punch.
Yeah.
Right off the cage, too.
I like it. I like that as well. That little left hook got through.
Veretennikov's corner calling for the overhand, asking him to get a little bit busy, look to close the distance.
Yeah, Veretennikov, he's kind of throwing one at a time. He needs to put some combinations together. When he sticks that jab out there, he's finding it. On occasion, when he wings the right hand, he finds the mark. But you got to go again. Oh, look at that.
Got it.
Beautiful. Nice display of power and technique there. That's that judo background. Strong hips.
And full guard. Under 4 minutes to go here in the second round.
Yeah, and this is huge for Morales. Puts him firmly in control right now. And one thing I did notice was Veretennikov didn't offer much from his back when I saw his tapes. But Morales has to make it work for him. Sorry, Laura.
No, I was just going to say, and right now, I mean, his shoulders are flat for the most part. He has his guard closed. In fact, he has a figure four. So he's not looking to mount any offense, you can tell right now. He's looking to sort of stall and control this position, not take a lot of shots, but this is going to allow Morales to potentially burn a lot of clock in a dominant position, and those little rabbit punches add up. Even though this is the Contender Series, we're always looking for a finish. Right now, it's Morales dominating this position, and Veretennikov not really showing that he is, just trying to swivel or find an angle and look for submissions.
Yeah, anybody that uses a body triangle from their back should have an immediate shame bell for him. Okay? Ding, 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 shame.
I didn't want to say it. You said
ding, 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 shame.
Well, he's trying to stall and control.
No.
Nikolai, watch back
That is not the name of the game, Laura sang, but certainly on the Contender Series.
I agree. No, this is not what he wants to be doing right now.
This is nice.
Ground and pound landed by Michael Morales.
Tell you what, Morales is turning up the heat here. They were nice.
Veretennikov finally dug that underhook, though. He's looking, but gives up his back in the process.
Morales missed a trick there. He could have taken the back.
Let's bring in Yanni.
Things are heating up now, though.
Bring in Yanni really quick. Yanni, what are you seeing in terms of the over-under? Where are we?
We got the over in. Over bettors have cashed officially now, and it's a matter of will it go to a decision or finish inside the distance. Those who watched that UFC on the line may have a plus 500 Morales to win by decision ticket in their pocket if they sprinkled. So interesting, 7.5 minutes ahead.
Oh, good plug for your own show, Yanni.
Yeah, I know, eh?
Solid.
Never misses a trick. Why not? But this is a huge round two for Michael Morales, showing his complete game. Great takedowns, nice ground and pound, and a nice get up there by Veretennikov. Still 90 seconds left. There we go. Look at this. Morales now getting
starting to feel himself out there.
Starting to feel himself. The confidence is growing. When you start a fight like this, certainly a guy from Kazakhstan with a Sambo background, you've got to be a little wary, a little cagey part in the pun. But look at this. Now he's letting it go. Now he's going to work. He's doing damage with the shots, and he's starting to feel himself, and he's looking for the knockout. And I'm spitting all over the place. I apologize.
I caught a few drops. It's all right. Yeah, the momentum in this fight is clearly shifting in the direction of Morales. At this point, Veretennikov looking for a desperation shot. The ground is not necessarily where he does his best work. He just was sick of taking those big shots from Morales.
Yeah, this is really good for Morales. And on the flip side, he's starting
Let's
to
go,
crumble.
Nikolai. Get out of that.
If you look at the body language, the shots that he's taking, and these are heavy. He's putting those ones in.
Big shots, and then he goes to the right.
Veretennikov needs to stand up. He can't just stay here with 3 points and take these
nice.
shots.
Sorry.
Watch the back of the head, Michael. Nikolai, you gotta move.
How long's left? 20 seconds.
He has to explode up right now.
He's just got to go for it, Morales. I mean, just tee off.
Morales is working. And there he is to his feet, is Veretennikov. And we will see
Wow.
a third round in our fourth fight of the evening. A busy round for Michael Morales.
All right. Wait for me.
Remember,
All right, third round, fight.
Veretennikov, the favorite coming into this one as we start the third round. His corner pleading with him, have the heart of a lion.
Yeah, Beneil Dariush really trying to get his man to go out there and live by the sword and die by the sword. But it wasn't looking good at the end of round two. He took a lot of damage, and he was starting to wilt, if you ask me. And Morales is just growing in stature, in confidence, in numbers, really starting to take over this fight.
Veretennikov trying to crack back here, but Morales just continues to push forward. He seems like the much fresher fighter in terms of gas as well. Oh, Veretennikov looking to close in.
Very simple. Move your hand, Nikolai. Move your hand.
9 of his 11 wins have come by knockout for Michael Morales.
You can see the speed of Veretennikov is just, decreasing moment by moment. I think he's a little bit gassed right now, and it's causing him to overthink what he's going to do in order to get in the pocket and potentially get in that clinch situation we know he wants to be in.
Another big right landed there by Morales, who's trying to become just the second Ecuadorian fighter in the UFC behind Chito Vera. Sorry, Mike.
No, you're good, buddy. It's also a confidence issue, Laura. You know what I mean? Because he's losing this fight now. Round 2 ended really bad. Round 3 isn't much better. And look at this. Look at the body language. Look at the games Morales is starting to play. He's feeling it. And on the flip side, Veretennikov is starting to, he wants out of there. The body language that I'm seeing isn't good. Doesn't mean he's a beaten man. Doesn't mean he can't win. Doesn't mean he can't turn this round. But what I'm seeing so far, Morales is now enjoying himself.
Yeah, he's out there playing his game for sure. But this, this is another opportunity, much like the last fight. I mean, these guys are going for it, but again, Morales very much in control of this fight. But ideally on the Contender Series, you get the finish, right? I mean, he's able to tee off and find the target on Veretenikov's face time and time again. But it's about looking for that finish.
Yep.
Ooh, that was ill-advised. He was looking for some sort of sacrifice throw, but Veretennikov ends up on top, and this is a big moment for him. He's got to be able to take advantage of this dominant position.
Trying to get an armbar there, but he isn't going to get it, I don't think. Can't really see from this angle, but I'd be surprised if it was locked in, and it wasn't.
Let go of the fence.
And this is a massive opportunity now. This is the best position or momentum Veretennikov has had for the last 10 minutes. Past his guard, I was worried about a triangle for him there for a second. Drops a knee to the midsection, and another. These are the knees that we spoke about. He's firmly in control here, but look at that. Beautiful technical get-up. He's not out the woods yet, though. The neck is still in danger.
He's in a front headlock position, but Veretennikov made a mistake there by not tripoding out and allowed Morales to get on top. He had a real opportunity to look for some sort of a guillotine or an anaconda or a darce, but lost it.
That was the biggest momentum swing that we had seen in the last 2 rounds. 90 seconds to go here in the third and final round.
Veretennikov doing everything he can to suck this single leg in and turn the corner, but Morales doing a nice job defending.
Stop! Don't move! Put it in! Put it in! Fight!
Lost his mouthpiece, it looks like, for a moment.
It's going to be be virtually impossible for Veretennikov to finish the single leg while Morales has his hands clasped. And this is one of the issues that you have with a much longer fighter. You know, height is not just about reach on the feet. It's about dealing with those long limbs in these grappling situations as well.
Yeah, it's also frustrating for Morales because they're kind of in this weird transition, this position here. And, you know, for Morales, he was really starting to gain some momentum. And now the finish in the fight. Oh, look at that. Really nice. Sits out, hits the double leg. Now he's firmly in control. 30 seconds left. Let's see what he does.
Coming up on 20 seconds to go here. Morales trying to land some ground and pound as he wraps things up here. Another scramble.
Nice work by Veretennikov. Listen, the kid, I shouldn't say kid, the young man is very tough, but look at that. What a great way to finish.
One final statement for the Ecuadorian, Michael Morales, looking to add another win to his perfect 11-0 record.
All right, let's take a look at some of the action. In the third round, Morales he went for it. He threw caution to the wind, started letting loose with the hands. Nice Superman punch against the fence that wobbled him for a split second. Veretennikov was still in the fight, though, but here was a really nice takedown. Just kind of muscles him down to the ground here. Here it is again. Boom, down he goes. As the fight progressed, Michael Morales started feeling himself. The confidence grew. He let go with the hands a little bit more. But, of course, Veretennikov was still in the fight. Managed to see it through to the final bell. Got a couple of takedowns and some control. And here's the final statement, as you put it, Dan. And very well said, of course. Fun fight. Morales, clearly the...
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges scored the contest 29-28, 29-28, and 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, Michael Morales.
Anaheim, California. And this, the main card opener. Pick'em fight essentially right now on DraftKings Sportsbook. Trevin Giles and Michael Morales. Tonight's fight clock is brought to you by Timex, official timekeeper of UFC. Timex watches have taken a licking and keep on ticking since 1854. Morales in yellow, Trevin Giles in white.
2 hard low calf kicks in a row for Trevin.
It's amazing how you lose that weight and Trevin just looks so much younger.
Right?
He got a baby face. And he looks good physically at 170.
He didn't look drawn at the weigh-ins.
No.
He looked like he did it correctly.
Did it the right way.
Oh, hard low kick for Morales.
Crazy to think he's got a...
Oh, he stung him. Interesting that he chose to clinch.
Crazy to think that Giles has a win over Ryan Spann in his career. Dude's 6'5",
yeah,
220 pounds.
And Ryan Spann's a beast. Big, strong, physical kid. But Giles did a really good job of landing those outside leg kicks, so he changed the target. The target became the legs, and then he went with that beautiful jab and the right hand behind it. If I'm Giles, I'm backing away from Morales, and I'm putting him back out there where I can strike with him.
Yeah, interesting that he chose to clinch right after landing a big shot. That's kind of surprising. Very surprising.
Yeah.
And then he's continuing to initiate this. He might be trying to tell this young man, like, hey, I can do what you do. Right.
Yeah. And honestly, you know, he was with the champ for a reason. So this may be something they were working on. You know that Kamaru Usman was starting to
Look at that. Look at that takedown. Fantastic. That's amazing. Look at the arm triangle potential.
It's there. He's got to get that right arm free, though. There it is. Start to attack the arm triangle here. Now you start to work on clearing the leg.
This is Giles' favorite submission, excuse me.
Oh, he's on the wrong side, but you could still create a lot of pressure. Oh, he's got it from the bottom. He's got it from the bottom, but this is way harder to do.
Yeah.
Way harder to do, and he's not on the arm right. He's on the forearm now. So he's using a tremendous amount of muscle energy now. The leverage is gone from the choke. He's got to readjust, and as he readjusts, there he goes. So now he's readjusted, but now he's lost it. Okay, now Morales is on top, and this is not where Trevin Giles wants to be, especially after, oh, look at that, back up to his feet. Very nicely done.
Got to be encouraging for Morales to handle that early adversity coming up on the midpoint of round 1.
Man, did you see Morales go from high body lock to low body lock. He lifted up the arms, took the lock down towards the waist, and now he finds himself working towards Giles' back.
He just shrugged him.
Yeah, he shrugged him up, and then he took the lock down low to give himself an angle to try to get a takedown. But Giles has done a good job of defending to this point.
Fortune favors the brave is brought to you by Crypto.com, the fastest growing crypto platform in the world. Download now. You might have to get this Morales out to Gilroy, California, show the boys.
Yeah, I mean, he shows some little technique, huh?
Under 2 minutes, round one. UFC welterweight debut for Giles.
Giles has some outstanding boxing. A big fan of the way he uses his hands. Look at that. Look at that jab. Good
He
movement
loaded up,
there.
yeah. Morales loaded up really big there. You can see that coming from Gilroy, California.
Well,
that's better.
Yeah. If anybody, if you looked at it on paper, you would say, well, big advantage for Giles with the hands. But you would say Morales advantage with the wrestling. But what we're seeing here is both men can do both things. Oh, good right hand. He hurt him.
Morales
He hurt him
on
bad.
the way in.
He hurt him bad. Trevin's in big trouble. Oh my goodness, they're firing back.
Big knockdown from Michael Morales.
Oh my goodness.
he's
I
hurt
think
bad.
it's it. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's
That'll do
over.
it. Michael Morales, welcome to the big show. And he spikes the mouthpiece for good measure, 13-0.
Wow. Just when we were just talking about how he's skillful in both areas.
Yeah, I mean,
this kid is something.
Giles overextended and he landed something close. I mean, he's a big, strong kid. And again, you know, you never know how you deal with the weight cut. And on many occasions, we've seen guys going down and struggle to take a shot that we've seen him take on so many different occasions.
But it was so clean.
Yeah.
I hardly think he could attribute it to that because he showed no sign of being weak. And the punch was so clean and so perfect. And Giles did sort of recover a little bit, but then he cracked him again.
Yeah, cracked him again.
All right, tonight's fight replay is brought to you by Sweet Sweat. Meet your motivation.
All right, so let me see it here, right here. Giles starts to try to attack. Remember, early, Giles hurt him with a straight right hand. Went to the clinch when he hurt Morales bad. But then as the round went on, Trevin tried to go to the same technique. Oh, yeah, and Morales landed a beautiful little counter right hand there. Right on the temple that rattled Trevin Giles. Look at that. Right on the temple. When your chin touches your shoulder on the opposite side, it's a bad thing. And look at the uppercut follow right on the forehead. Trevin survived this. But ultimately, another shot drops him, and then Morales just jumps on him and just starts to let the hands go to get the finish.
That is some serious composure from the 22-year-old Michael Morales. Left Ecuador a year ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mike Beltran has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 6 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by TKO, Michael Morales.
With 4 consecutive wins, has arrived at the UFC debut, and it comes against the highly touted Michael Morales. Morales in black, Fugitt out of the southpaw stance in blue. Jab lands early for Morales. Morales left his native Ecuador for Mexico in 2021. Raul Arvizu put him up for 5 months for free.
A lot of feints from Fugitt right now. Throwing that kick with the left leg from the southpaw stance. Hoping to sneak in under the elbow of Morales.
Pretty good level of experience for Adam Fugitt coming in. 10 MMA fights. Some grappling experience against Nick Maximold. Also went the distance with Austin Vanderford in his 3rd pro fight back in 2017.
This kid seems big for the weight too.
Yep.
He's 6 foot tall and he gets, like, he fills out really well overnight. and 23 years old. It's crazy how young these guys are now in the octagon.
And 23 with 13 wins.
Yeah, it's crazy. When did this guy start fighting? It's like boxing. Remember back in the day, the boxing guys were starting pro at 16, 17? It's like these young guys now with so many fights. I mean, Anthony Smith has 50 fights. Anthony Smith's like 34 years old. It's crazy.
Well, Morales was born into a martial arts family. His mom, Kathy, dad, Jonathan, both judo black belts. He was 18 when he made his pro debut in 2017.
Oh, nice jab after that. That's what Fugitt has to be very careful of. Taking multiple strikes back to back. He got hit with the straight right hand, and then he took the jab.
Morales is pushing
Oh, beautiful
that. Beautiful
that
job
was nice
by
by
Fugitt.
Fugitt.
That's huge.
That is huge.
He got to the underhook. The moment Morales took the underhook, he went inside out, tripled the left leg, sagged his weight off to the side and completed the takedown. Beautiful setup, not having to give Morales time to try and adjust to the takedown. That was beautiful, man. High-level stuff by Adam Fugitt. Recognizing the opportunity and taking it immediately.
Morales' hips look pretty good, but unable to hip escape here. Coming up on 2 minutes here to go, round one.
Fugitt staying on top in, I guess it's in almost full guard here because he's got both butterflies in, or one butterfly and one leg free on the top. But Fugitt getting this takedown, very unexpected and very huge for his confidence.
Massive
Look at that.
confidence, yep.
Trying to step over and pass there, not able to do that, but Fugitt showing a really well-rounded skill set.
And Morales is, look at Morales, how comfortable he is, Joe. Like 23 years old, on his back against Fugitt, and he's not panicking. And you know, I think it's something to being undefeated. Where when you're undefeated, everything's kind of going your way, so you try to like stay within yourself, even when it's going bad. Morales isn't panicking and making it worse. He's taking his time, and now look at that. Got his opportunity back to his feet.
Fugitt rushed it. He rushed that pass, trying to pass over that right knee.
Yeah. And it cost him. And it speaks to Morales and his confidence to stay calm there and allow Fugitt to make a mistake that allowed him to get back to his feet.
Good head movement there by Fugitt. Ducked under that punch.
Yep. And a pretty good right hand counter landed for Fugitt. That's a big left hand for the underdog.
Fugitt's doing a good job, man. He's fighting really well.
Definitely walked into the fighter meeting, did Fugitt, with a chip on his shoulder. He was rooted in respect, but he felt like a lot of people were counting him out.
He clipped him with that left hand.
Morales responds in
trying to put it
kind.
on him. So far, Fugitt making an excellent account of himself.
He's doing a really good job of being very careful.
Oh, Morales, a couple of heavy right hands, and he's measuring him with the left. He's got to be careful there. He walked out of that with his hands down,
way up in the air. Yep. Chin's way up in the air.
There is a definite composure and calmness to Morales that belies his years on this planet, but a pretty good start in many respects for the underdog Fugitt. If NFTs meet the requirements of the contest, you are joining Battle to be the Best every week. It's Rainmaker's UFC. Morales landing twice as many significant strikes than Fugitt in round one, but Adams certainly had some moments. Morales back to the well with that Superman punch. Nice right hand.
It's fast.
Fugitt pressuring too, which is surprising. Oh, there's a nice right hand by Morales. Ooh, that jab.
It's fast, man. The jab's fast. Yep.
For the elite fighters, Alexander Volkanovski comes to mind. We talk about the game sort of slowing down for them, and I always feel that when I'm watching Morales as he lands a nice jab there.
pressure, I feel is the right thing. Because if he stays back, Morales is a lot faster than him. So by just trying to keep him on his heels, it's allowing for him to land.
That was a good right hand there by Fugitt.
There's another one.
Yep.
I mean, he's landing well, and he's being defensively responsible. There's a good left hand as well.
Good body shot from Fugitt after Morales had landed the jab
He didn't like
twice.
that. He didn't like that.
I think Morales is starting to get tired. That's the second time I've seen his hands go to his waist.
Well, he definitely didn't like that shot to the body, and I think that contributes to it.
Can't get him off of him. Can't get him off.
The Oregonian Fugitt.
That was always one of my favorite things that Dominic Cruz ever said, running backwards. When guys are constantly going backwards, it just exhausts you. And I think right now, Fugitt is trying to use his cardio to get to Morales. Now, he's having to take damage, but it's allowing him to be in this fight.
Fugitt continuing to press forward as he said he would do. Sort of an open-handed punch, close the fist on that.
Oh, and a right hand by Fugitt as well. And now we're seeing whether or not Morales starts to lose his composure if Fugitt is really still here and coming on strong at the end of this round. Morales may have very well thought he's going to be able to take this guy out.
Absolutely. But that's what you believe, right? When you've done it so many times, you're so young, you can't help but develop that idea that everybody's going to fall when you land. Fugitt hasn't. Now, is Morales fighting well enough to win the fight? Absolutely. But this is a very big test for him in terms of his learning.
That's a nice kick to the body, not landed.
Morales has been the busier striker. He has landed at a greater clip than Fugitt, but perhaps a bit too relaxed against Fugitt. Still winning the fight, I would think.
Yeah, you would feel that he is.
Yeah, you sure? What about that first round?
That inside-out trip to take down the control. I understand Morales landed more, but control went to Fugitt. Fugitt had some moments also. It's a very close fight.
Very close fight. I think Morales he's certainly putting it on Fugitt now.
Fugitt acknowledges as much, under a minute now to go.
It doesn't deter him, though.
Not at all.
Look at Fugitt. He just gets back on his horse and goes back to work.
Sort of telegraphed that left hand offering, able to work inside of the clinch here.
Nice knee to the body there by Fugitt. Oh, right hand by Morales. And they exchange shots.
Morales is almost having fun.
Well,
like having fun in there.
Yeah, and so is Fugitt, man. No UFC jitters for him. Perhaps was a little herky-jerky early on.
Yeah. I think that's how he fights.
I was going to say, stylistically, this film says that's the way he fights.
Look at him, Johnny's like, his stance is a little bit tighter, his legs are closer. He's giving those little jerky feints.
And he extends his face out in front of him. You know, it's very odd.
Yeah. A little bit like Shane Burgos. Ooh, nice right hand at the end of the round. Opinion by Jason Georgiana there, head coach of Adam Fugitt, dating to 2012. They just wanted to mix it up, and they feel like he has the ground advantage, but they definitely like the effort, especially on short notice, out of their student here tonight.
He just hasn't been able to get it back to the ground. He's tried. They want him to be a little more committed to his takedowns, like that. Level change, he's got to stay on one leg, because Morales does a good job of getting back to his underhook whenever Fugitt's on a double. He's got to stay on one leg when he's trying to get those takedowns.
Fugitt connected with that left hand as Morales pulls back with his head straight up. Oh, that right hand's nice.
There it is. Now he's got to get to one leg opposed to two. Now he can start to try to advance his position. There it is. See? He got to one leg opposed to trying to wrestle the double leg, and now he's a little bit further on in the takedown. Morales did a really good job there.
Oh! Morales caught him.
That's the same type of shot he got Trevor Giles with. Something in close, in between your strikes.
Fugitt coming up, goes down again. That'll do it. Michael Morales, 14-0 for the Ecuadorian.
something that Fugitt was throwing, he landed, and he hurt him badly.
And DC, what an important fight a fight like this is to a young prospect.
Yeah.
Where you get tested, you get to see maybe some flaws in your approach.
Yep.
You get to see when things don't go your way, but he stuck it out. And here you see it. 1-2 right there. That was a short right hand, too. Caught him coming in with the left. He's got an excellent jab. Now, here's the final exchange. Right hand over the top.
Look at his foot, Joe. His right foot's like up. If you run that replay back, he kind of throws his punches at times where he gets off balance and his legs are up in the air when he's throwing. And he did that on that last shot. Watch this last shot here. Watch his right leg. He punches him. His foot's like sliding back as he's throwing that punch. That's an arm punch that puts Fugitt down.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 9 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by TKO, Michael Morales.
Fight, you're a raw and new prospect. This fight clock is brought to you by Modelo and right to business.
Yeah, Max Griffin said this week, listen, at 37 years old, I'm better, smarter, wiser, more technical, more disciplined than I've ever been. And of course, he's got way more experience than the young Michael Morales. But is that experience or is it miles on the clock? We'll find out.
First time for Morales back in the Apex since he fought on Dana White's Contender Series a couple of years ago in 2021. Fought twice in 2022. His last time was in Dallas when he stopped Adam Fugitt in the 3rd round. Max Griffin claps a kick off the legs early.
That'll be smart for Max Griffin to continue to attack that lead leg because the jab of Michael Morales is already looking fantastic in this fight. He is so long. And again, that's been something that Griffin has struggled with a little bit in the past, figuring out how to close the distance, get into the pocket, and land his power shots.
Yeah, you see Morales, he's very calm and composed. You know, just holding the center of the octagon. He's letting Max be the one that's dancing around. You know, and Griffin's the one that's going to make up the room. He's going to advance. He's going to potentially walk through that jab. I don't think either man are thinking about takedowns right now. Nice reactions, nice instincts from Michael Morales.
It's amazing how composed he is for how young he is.
And that is a quick jab that got through. Stung Griffin there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful jab. Makes it in the inside low kicks as well.
Double it up, but step on it.
Griffin's corner asking for him to double up the jab. They're trying to figure out the angle to pick, the way to enter the pocket, get some work done. There he goes.
Yeah, the double jab's a good idea in that regard because when you're trying to close the distance and get past the reach advantage, a double jab, even if you're not trying to land it, you can mask and give them something to think about as you're advancing and closing the distance to then land the right hand, the left hook, whatever the power shot may be. But so far, the only decent shots that have landed have been a couple of good jabs, stiff jabs from Michael Morales.
Oh! Stop.
Yeah, I think he connected with the cup there.
Griffin.
Totally accidental.
Yep.
Totally accidental. There you go. That's nice work from Griffin. That's what he needs.
Goodness. Morales explosive off the fence, but Griffin timed it perfectly to get underneath.
Griffin kind of needs to make it a dogfight. If he keeps it technical like this and exchanging jabs and whatnot, I believe that favors Morales. But if he can fight this kind of fight, make it a little messy, a little sloppy, get on the inside, force takedowns.
You make it a fight that favors the veteran, right? I mean, the guys that have been in here a long time and have those little tricks that they can use, like the way that Max Griffin can.
But that was a test passed well for Michael Morales.
Yep.
Griffin was in deep on that takedown, managed to stay on the feet.
This coach's cam is brought to you by Jose Cuervo Tequila, corner of Max Griffin, led by Jim Gray.
Now go single to the right. Now step pressure forward.
Jim West, excuse me.
The opposite side, double it off. Max. Swing the other side, double it off. Max, go single. Swoop that right arm through and go to the single and clasp S grip there.
Yeah, we can land here too, Max. We can land here too. Great
Good.
job.
Good. Good discipline. Head position for me. Head position.
We got 1 minute here.
Head position.
So the corner was asking him to drop down to a single leg. When you're trying to force the double, they get the wizard, they turn the hips. Often it does present a single leg there, but Griffin never capitalized on it. Nice knee though by Morales.
I like how Michael's framing off the face here, forcing the face of Max Griffin away to create some space.
I don't know this. Oh, man. Superman punch. That's the second time he's tried that one. Morales does have some swelling below the right eye. I don't know exactly what hit him from Griffin, but
I'm going to say a punch.
Could have been.
Now they dip and throw.
Watch for him to press off the cage and fly. Watch for him to press off the cage and fly. Once he puts his foot there, he's going to jump.
There you go. That's Jim West warning him of the...
That was smart, too, because you see the way that Morales was tapping the cage to figure out how far it was behind him. He was going to kick off of it, potentially.
And another one.
Yeah.
As he leapt forward. Second round coming up after this. On Friday at the Las Vegas Convention Center. You come in and join the fun.
You got a live podcast this week as well, Brendan, right?
I got live podcasts all over UFC X.
Plug it.
Let's go.
Also got Dricus Duplessis on Fitz Nation coming out on UFC Fight Pass.
Easy, Tiger. Come on.
Come on.
Did you see that Max Payne's hair says Max Payne?
Does it really?
His hair actually
I'm
has
not
his name spelled out on
Where?
the side.
Like
the cornrows.
Yeah.
Does it really? I mean,
Yep.
that's it's dedication. Some might say, you know, a slight distraction. Oh, that's a nice
jab and a right
hand.
cross from Morales. And now he's starting to feel it.
Get loose.
Yeah.
That's right.
That was a huge right hand.
Griffin is on the run and Morales is swarming.
I tell you what, Michael Morales, when he's like this, when he lets it go, the man is dangerous. Huge power in that right hand.
And he's absolutely stalking his prey right
He's got
now.
that right hand cocked and loaded.
Griffin's got to get that left hand high. Because Morales sees it. He's looking for that right hand. There it is, once again.
Griffin's got to stay smart here, keep circling.
Well, the best form of defense is attack, so Griffin needs to, you know, give Morales something to think about. Right now, he's just allowing Morales to control when the action takes place. And when the action takes place, he's throwing those thunderous right hands.
Big reactions to Morales' feints as well.
Yep.
The jab gets through.
That one just missed.
Morales is quick and explosive.
That would be ideal if Max could tie up, buy himself a little bit of time to sort of recuperate.
Morales has got to be careful, though, that he doesn't get too, you know, trigger happy with that right hand. There's a lot of other weapons he can use by continually throwing it. He's kind of telegraphing it a little bit. Try and disguise it behind some other attacks.
But it just feels so good.
It feels good, especially when you throw it and it connects with the chin and you feel it on your hand. Oh, it's one of the best feelings in the world.
Griffin's corner telling him a moment ago, you don't have to get in a brawl, despite the fact that it's gotten pretty heavy here in the second round.
Well, he was trying to look for takedowns in round one. It wouldn't be a bad idea here.
Morales swarms once more. Toyo Tires, the official tire of UFC.
Seems like he's fully recovered, though, now. Griffin.
Well, if you know anything about Max Griffin, he is gritty and he will hang in fights like this. Very tough to put away.
Nice.
He's deep on that. That is nicely protected by Michael Morales. I'm excited. This is a hot young prospect.
That's what you call chain defense. He went from the Kimura to the block. I mean, beautifully
Switch.
done. Yep.
Because Griffin's, you know, he's a skilled veteran in there, lots of experience. Morales on the flip side, you know, he's still learning, so to speak. 24 years old. Look at that. Bang, snappy jab right to the face.
And he throws it. Sorry, Michael. He throws it from a low spot, too. It just snaps it right out there. He throws it a little bit low from his chest, so it's hard to see coming.
Yeah, he disguises it well.
Make sure that shell, we got to put him on his back foot behind our strike.
Small reset there from Morales as we approach 1 minute to go in round 2. Griffin goes in with a right hand. You got to be wary of the rebound off the fence from Morales. He looked to counter there.
Oh, he started to feel himself. Now he's going on the attack.
And now Morales starting to string together a combination.
Yeah, I think Morales now feels fearless. He doesn't respect what's coming back. So that makes him very dangerous, but he's also got to be careful. Got to respect Max Griffin, but he's looking for the finish.
Wow, Kerry Hatley saw a low shot. Doesn't appear to have affected Griffin all that much. See if we can get another look at it. The previous two shots that got low were kind of on the follow-through from a flying knee. This one was a clinch knee up the middle. See where it landed along the belt.
Right at the top of it. You good?
Barely drew a reaction from Griffin.
Here we go.
Yep, right
there.
What's the knee? What's the knee? Ready?
I think the cut did the job, though.
Yeah.
You know, did what it was designed to do, but the referee did the right thing.
Griffin's starting to wear the damage on his face.
Yeah, he was kind of, I don't want to say lucky because that sounds disrespectful, but Morales was starting to really swarm on him there. Wasn't giving him respect. Was trying to sense a finish or start a finish.
That jab of Morales is just lightning fast.
Yeah, see, look, he's starting to really feel himself now. I think he's going to come out in this third round and just really put on a special performance.
And they swing to the horn, round 3 coming up.
Stop.
He's got to be careful, though. Max Griffin's still dangerous.
As the #1 contender, she takes on the Brazilian standout Mayra Bueno Silva. It's another UFC Fight Night on ESPN and ESPN Plus. Main card is at 10 Eastern.
So the corner of Griffin basically saying, listen, you need to finish in this round, but don't get reckless. And right as I said that, he landed a big left hand. There's a right hand. Morales now as well, sticking out the tongue, gesturing. Both guys feeling it now. Morales probably ahead. There's that jab again.
I thought you made a great point earlier there, Michael, when you said he can't allow his ego to take over. You know, he's got to still recognize that he has a dangerous man in front of him in Max Griffin.
There's a reason why Max Griffin is here. The amount of experience that he has, the fights that he's had and won against very good competition. Now, granted, Morales so far is probably ahead.
He's styling.
He's styling. There you go. There it is. There's a flying knee. Right as you say, the styling, there's the style points. He's upright tall. He's peacocking. He's having a good time. He's showboating a little bit as well.
Well, the live betting line has swelled to -800 or more on Morales, but you saw on Twitter, some people believe it's 19-19 heading into the final frame. Morales with all the momentum, no doubt, after a huge second round, and he stings the jab back in there.
The right hand over that left shoulder. Press him, though. You got to bring your body with you.
Griffin just really struggling with the range in this fight.
Yeah, the way he's advancing here, though, oh, look at that. That was a nicely timed takedown. So far, Morales stopped every single one. If I'm Griffin, though, I'm letting go with the hands, forgetting about the takedown and trying to do some damage.
Griffin with a look over at his corner as he plots his next move and works along the fence.
He needs to be careful of this Kimura, though, because Malcolm Morales is very dangerous.
I mean, he's deep in there. He's got the hands together. He can pick him up. But the posture of the back isn't quite correct. He's kind of facing the floor. There he is, though. And he gets it. Nicely done. Morales,
right back
like a cat. Bounces back up.
Yeah, to your point, you have to get your hips underneath you to really be able to elevate your opponent and put them down where you want them.
Nice switch from
Morales.
Look at that.
Nicely done by Morales. This kid is skilled. And he's just a physical specimen as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I say a kid. I mean, I don't mean that disrespectful.
No, he's young.
24 years old. What am I, you're old?
I mean, we both
Psycho.
are. We both are.
Play nice.
Morales back to space where he has done his best work. Throws a jab out there. Griffin trying to make it a dogfight.
Yeah, sorry, Brendan. Griffin's still in this fight, though. He's still swinging. There's real power on those shots. Right as I say that, he lands a left. I don't think he's going to get the takedown, though. The takedown defense has been perfect, as are those shots.
Back to pressure, Max. This is where you win. You're tough here.
How tough is Max Griffin, man? I mean,
Yeah, tough enough to eat a knee from Morales and still go. Got the hand up to block that one. Morales spills him with a heavy leg kick now.
The corner saying of Max Griffin, stand and fight, hold your ground. Easier said than done, though, when you're having your calf demolished.
Let's go, Max. You got to press, man. 120.
And Morales meeting some resistance more than he has in his previous 2 UFC appearances.
Let's go take it right now.
Well, it's a step up in competition, and he'll learn from this as well, and he'll get better, which is a scary prospect.
Step right. See, Max. See it. Let's go. Get into it. You got 1 minute. Everything you got now, Max. Everything you got now, Max. Moving, Z's. Hold up, 1, 2. Come on, Max.
Morales still working with some swagger into the final minute.
Look how upright he stands, and I think that's just a sign of confidence. He's so confident in there now. Truly believes that he's the better man, that he's going to win this fight, that it's only a matter of time before he takes Griffin out of there. But I'd like to see the hands a bit higher, though, because Griffin's still swinging.
Griffin now moving forward. 20 seconds to go. Griffin with a couple of big swings and now wants to force the clinch.
What a takedown. Just to put a stamp on it. It's a nice performance by Michael Morales tonight.
The horn sounds after 3 rounds, and Michael Morales, plenty to be excited about. Technical, quick, powerful. He goes 3 rounds with Max Payne Griffin, and we'll get the official decision when we come back to Las Vegas.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the scorecards. All 3 judges score it 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision. He is still undefeated, Michael Morales!
And I don't know if you've heard, the Formula One race car is going to be driving up and down the world-famous strip tonight.
That's why I'm on a red-eye out of here.
No, you're going to go down and watch the race, I heard. Touch of the gloves underway in our co-main event. Morales in white, undefeated, looking to stay that way. Matthews in black.
It's a battle of the jab. I think the person who gets the jab established earlier is the one who's going to get ahead on the striking. Both these guys love to box, and that jab is going to help them find everything. And both of their jabs are lightning, and that's both how they set up their offense. So I think the jab and then the calf kick will either take that away or add to it.
Matthews trying to force the range here as he backs Morales up. Goes out a check hook, and Matthews dodges. Quick right hand from Morales, and Matthews answer with a combination of his own.
There you go. Eyes up.
Oh, he caught him on the way in.
Yeah, he did. Nice jab there from Morales.
Feints and fakes are what are going to support Matthews right now because of the range of Morales. He's going to need to fake and feint. Otherwise, he's going to get the counter all day like that. From Morales, because he's so rangy, you have to fake in on somebody that strong and that fast and that rangy.
Yeah, Dom, he's so good at sitting back and just waiting because he can fight you from a range where he can land and you can't. So he knows that you have to commit. You have to try to close that distance. He knows that. He knows he's got that 79-inch reach, so what are you going to do? You can't strike him from there. But if he gets aggressive, that's what...
Wow.
I mean, they both landed, and you saw the difference in when one person lands versus the other. Jake Matthews clipped him with the hook. He ate it and fired back a straight and rocked Matthews.
Yeah, Matthews went stumbling backwards.
And Morales doing a really good job with that inside kick, too, as Jake does try to close that distance and step in heavy. He's still good outside leg kick as well from Morales.
That's what it's going to be. It's going to be jab and calf kicks to work your way in, and then they're going to look to land the big shots after those two setups.
Stumble there and a nod from Morales after the leg kick from Matthews. Don't miss the all-new BSR3 training shoe from Project Rocket UFC. This limited edition colorway is green and gold. It commemorates our 30th anniversary, the official footwear of the UFC. Step in, power up, and grab a pair for yourself at ufcstore.com.
Guys are going to batter each other's legs.
I love the timing. Morales multiple times has timed that inside kick. The second Matthews tries to double jab in, and it takes away the rhythm in the combination punching from Matthews and breaks his rhythm.
Oh, Morales with a clean 1-2. Oh, and he goes in with a flying knee. Matthews was hip to it.
Yeah, he saw that coming. Just pressed in, said, no, thank you, please. I need that.
Yet to see a level change from either party. 11 of his 15 wins have come by knockout for Michael Morales as we approach 1 minute to go in round one.
You see Matthews trying to use that check hook, that counter hook, but the range is so different that Morales is landing, that he's not there. He's actually landing that 1-2, and normally if you had a similar range, a similar reach, as you close in to land on me, I could be landing on you with the left hook, but he's got such an advantage in that range department that he's able to land when Matthews is looking to counter and he's hitting air.
He's countering, but Matthews is trying to find it, you're right. He's trying to find that counter.
Oh,
there it is. And he's
He had to
getting
commit.
closer and
Yeah.
closer. And so as the fight moves on, he's going to keep making these reads.
Oh, man, that flying knee of Morales is scary.
Morales starting to turn it on. And he jumps into what looked to be a takedown attempt, and Matthews wraps the neck and reverses that quickly.
Yeah, it was a great double leg transition, but Matthews used that guillotine threat in order to defend the double leg. The second that hand gets under your chin, you think twice about committing to that double.
And that round went by quick.
Yeah.
It's a good round. Both these guys showing their skills.
And thrown with heat into round two, which is coming up.
Good round.
For round two. Power Slap Road to the Title Season 2 debuted earlier this week. Catch a new episode every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific to see the next wave of slap fighters earn a chance at a Power Slap title. For more information, head to powerslap.com right now. Morales ahead in the striking numbers, but still close. And Jake Matthews certainly had his moments in the first 5 minutes.
Another good leg kick there, though, from Morales.
Yeah, right there. See that fake of Matthews? If he does more of those, it will really support him. But because he's not faking, Morales is timing his entry, inside kicking him, calf kicking him, and then just countering on his way in because he's so long.
This is where what Jake Matthews talked to us about this week in that boxing range, right? It's so dangerous, though. But as the fight goes on and things slow a bit, this is when he can start to really try to utilize that. And it does start, Dom, with the feints so that he can get inside of the range. He needs to get Morales to open up with something. He needs to see it coming, try to slip into it, and then there's going to be a counter. And he might not land it then, but as Morales tries to counter back, then he knows he's in range. If he can touch his body, he can touch his chin.
Yeah, he's countering with the check uppercut.
Ooh. Well, he led with the uppercut, and that's got Matthews covering up along the fence.
Yes, these are
and
landing.
Looking for a way out.
Jake shakes it off, says it didn't bother him.
I mean, Morales' mouth isn't even open. He's not even barely breathing, and he's very aggressive.
Good sign for him, for sure. Especially after an exchange like that, where you throw a bunch of rapid punches right in a row, and it still doesn't seem to be affecting the cardio.
I mean, not even sweating.
You know, it's funny, Chase Hooper, when I went in there, now granted their fight was pretty quick, but he was bone dry. He was bone dry.
Well, that was a quick fight. I mean, we're in the second round
Still,
of a
some
striking
guys are
battle.
sweating at the prep point.
This is just
some guys struggle to sweat after a weight cut as well. You got to think about that.
Well, it just shows me how calm he is what I'm trying to point.
Yeah, the heart rate might not even be getting up
calm.
to a point where he's
Morales is chilling.
I'm sweating. Anthony Smith is also sitting next to us watching. We were talking about how nervous we both just were at the end of that first round. That's the range that Matthews has to try to work at. But it's also dangerous because you got Morales throwing punches at you. Shaking these arms out here.
Trying to stay loose. Ooh, nice combo. He's finding the piece in between the offense of Morales, and now he's timing the offense of his own, Matthews. There's the feints. He's starting to find his rhythm and his timing to get in between the offense of Morales instead of letting Morales counter him. See, they're asking for feints from Morales as well on his side.
And that would be really beneficial for Michael Morales to use the feints to get Jake, because then he wants him to close that distance. And if he can feint him, see him, okay, now he thinks it's safe to come in and try to counter that shot, but the shot was never there, boom, then you counter.
You could see Morales, how he stands still and stares. It's because he knows he's got a speed advantage, so he's trying to go speed for speed. Matthews wants to feint when he does that.
Morales will throw a lot of those.
There's a good counter. And he's seeing it. Morales sees that counter now. He's eaten it a couple times.
Dom, just to confirm, I saw on the back, down the spine of Morales, he has, in fact, began to sweat. In case you were nervous and wondering.
Look at this guy.
See just a little tiny bit of perspiration has begun. That's like when you're cutting weight in the sauna and it finally opens up. You're like, oh, I don't need to go to the hospital yet.
Coming up on 1 minute to go in round 2. Right hand got through for Matthews, and another Superman punch from Morales.
Competitive second round here. Close fight. Both guys having their moments. Yeah, there's the body. See, he found the body, and he was able to then come up with that left hook. There's a right hand. Both guys land.
Good left hook from Matthews and a right hand from Morales. Guys are finding the mark on each other, and they're so good.
And Morales does just stay so cool and calm in here. Shake it out a little bit of sweat.
Just even that, like the fact that he's taking deep breaths and calming down and firing the jab, it's good experience that you're seeing out of Morales there.
And he's only, what, 24?
24 years old, 3-0 in the UFC.
Patient.
Oh. Off the ground as he landed the body kick. Matthews skates away in the final 10 seconds of round 2.
It's an important 10 seconds here.
Guard high for Morales, who uncorks a few huge shots.
Now, granted, not many of them got
coming
through,
up.
but a strong way to end that round.
Versus Covington. Scan that QR code on your screen, become a piece of UFC history. Limited spaces available. Secure yours quickly. Third and final round here at welterweight in the co-main event. Michael Morales in white looking to stay undefeated. The veteran Jake Matthews, something to say about it.
There, see the feints? That's what's missing for both these guys, those fakes. A few more of those, I think it opens both of them up. Oh, wee, that's going to leave a mark.
I had a soundtrack.
Over there.
It's the right leg of Matthews that kind of swung through. And bango.
Yeah,
luckily it didn't crumble Morales,
luckily
right?
it got the thigh as well. Otherwise, that would have been a problem.
Yeah, tough.
Keep those up. Okay. You ready to fight?
Morales ready to go.
You good? Time.
His corner told him between rounds 2 and 3, time to wake up. And that drew a bit of a laugh from Morales as he gets ready for the final frame. And he started throwing some bombs in the final seconds of round 2. Again, 6-inch reach edge for Morales. Trying to stay at his range here with Matthews charging hard.
And Matthews' corner said he doesn't like exchanging with you. He doesn't want to exchange. He's trying to stall you out. And I think for Matthews, again, the problem is getting within a range where he can also land and not just be trying to defend, because Morales has that 6-inch reach advantage.
I think you're nailing it. I mean, when you watch any of other Matthews fights, he always beats everybody off that jab. And because he's a little shorter, doesn't have that range, he's not able to find his jab, so he can't piece his combinations together offensively the same way he has in other matchups. And Morales is using his jab very effectively. That's the other problem. He's actually using it really well, and calf kicks inside and outside mixed together. Ooh. Nice counter hook. You're seeing Matthews doesn't throw quite as many leg kicks, so it's just boxing, and you're seeing boxing with just enough leg kicks for Morales that's creating a little bit of an edge, I think, plus the reach. That right there, those make a big difference. They add up. Takes away the jab.
23 leg kicks and counting. That is his personal best by a long stretch. 3 minutes to go in the fight. And out of range, just so challenging to get inside that 79-inch reach.
Oi. Good boy, good work. Good jab. Jab boy. There you go.
Just missing a target. Morales doing a great job sliding out of the way of these attacks.
Yeah, see, just enough footwork. The footwork of Matthews is stopping those exchanges that he's like,
oh my goodness, that one was
payback.
And luckily, Matthews did not crumble to the
mat.
to the mat.
Pretty good as well. It's like, yeah, it's a very similar situation where at least it hit the leg first.
Yeah, sure. Okay. All right.
Both guys want to get after it.
Next level tough, both of them. Great job, boys.
Good cups.
Good cups.
Which boys are you?
Oh.
Left hook, right straight.
Significant strikes look like this. Morales with the edge in round 2 and 3, but the action has slowed down here in the final frame. Final 60 seconds for somebody to put a stamp on this one. Oh,
nice uppercut.
Morales was going home run swinging there.
Yeah, so anybody who faces Morales now knows they're going to have to deal with power. They're going to have to deal with forward and backward movement. I mean, he mixes it up super well. So this is a tough fight. If you're watching either of these guys, like, what do you do to counter what their offense is? And no matter who they face, I think they're going to give a hard fight, both these guys. It's pretty close.
Matthews trying to put together a combination moving forward, and now a nice uppercut got through from Morales.
Trying to seal the deal with a takedown, but good job there from Matthews to D that up. Saw that one coming. Oh.
Letting it hang out. Final 5 seconds. Morales off the fence with one more big shot.
Nice right hand from Matthews.
And these welterweights go the distance. Test pass for Michael Morales. Does he stay undefeated? Jake Matthews gave him all he could handle over the course of 3 rounds. We'll get the official decision coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the scorecards. The judges see it 30-27, 29-28, and 29-28. Your winner by unanimous decision and still undefeated, Michael Morales!
Magny is racking up the wins. Record setting in the welterweight division. He's got 22 UFC victories.
You ready? Let's go, guys, fight.
Michael Morales on the other side, 16 and counting in his pro career. This fight clock is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. 5th UFC appearance for Michael Morales.
And Michael Morales, still only 25 years old, 16-0. Obviously started very, very young. Well-rounded skills, improving all the time, linking up with Bilal Muhammad, soaking up all of that experience.
Very nice check there from Morales.
Yeah, checked it perfectly.
And Neil talked about being prepared for that, knowing that Morales is going to see other fights where he's had his legs taken advantage of and kicked, battered in fights. So look for Morales to really attack low, and he is early.
Yeah, that has been an issue for Neil Magny.
Yeah.
Against Ian Garrett, even when he beats Mike Malott. Round 1 and 2, took a lot of heavy calf kicks.
There's 3. This is smart from Magny. Close that distance.
Well, Morales made a mistake. He kind of gave up the back there, turned away from your opponent. That's rule number 1. Never, ever do that. Never present the back.
Fingers out of cage.
So Morales now is going to fight the hands, separate the grip, turn into his opponent.
He'll be no stranger to any of these positions, though. Having helped out with that Bilal Muhammad training camp, where I'm sure he was under constant pressure on the fence.
I wonder if he got picked up and spiked on his head.
No, that was epic.
That's it, drag it out, drag it out, drag it out.
2 minutes in, and Magny doing what he does, trying to take the steam off a young, powerful prospect.
And this is the thing about Neil Magny, he's so diverse. He can stand and fight at range, use his height and his length. He's also got a really underrated ground game, strong wrestling, and this is the perfect approach for somebody like Michael Morales. That predominantly, I would say, you know, if you had to pick a skill set, you'd say that he's a boxer.
And right now, Magny just doing, like we talked about, doing that, dragging him down, wearing on him, forcing Morales to wrestle when he doesn't want to. This is not where he wants to be. He doesn't want to be defending for long periods of time in this position, especially after the 3 leg kicks that Morales has already landed. You could see were affecting Neil Magny early on in this fight. He wants to get back out and separate. He's got to break this grip, though, and he's got to try to reach back around and get a whizzer or reach back underneath and dig an underhook. But from this position, Neil's just going to go side to side, changing direction. Now the grip is broken. This is when Morales has got to act.
That's when he's going to explode. Take that arm back, kind of really lift it over the head of Magny, turn into him so they're chest to chest, looking at one another. Anytime Magny.
Spinning elbow turns the tables quickly.
Drops it, and then drops a hammer of a right hand.
He took what we were saying and went literal with it and spun through with it. I mean, we were saying just spin the arm around so you can get a better position.
I'll still take credit for it.
I'll take a spinning elbow all day.
Turned it into a knockdown.
Got to go to work. The left hand was available to drop some short elbows. There the arm behind the fist.
Powerful leg kick from Morales. Here's another look. Bottom left of your screen, Morales now hammering away. Magny in a world of trouble as Morales goes high mount.
Yeah, he's in deep trouble here. Full mount here.
Isolates the left arm, or the left arm of Magny.
40 seconds. Neil's going to kick off the fence. Didn't work.
Magny,
this is a bad position.
Desperation mode, but short time on the clock.
But he's finding a mark.
Turns his back.
Teeing off, trying to flatten him out.
Big trouble now. Morales repeated right from the ground, and Michael Morales, still undefeated, turns the tables on Neil Magny en route to his 12th career knockout.
Unbelievable. That is not an easy thing to do to a veteran like Neil Magny. I'm not surprised he's having a little salsa dance. He deserves it. Started with a beautiful spinning elbow, drops Neil, and then just swarms all over him.
Yeah, it was really just that relentless pressure with the strikes. Oh, look, there's the Spider-Man. If you saw what he's got his nails painted, he's got Spider-Man painted on the nails for this fight. We forgot to mention that. So.
Well, I chose not to mention
Well, he went 3 rounds in his last 2 fights with Max Griffin and Jake Matthews. He was not happy with that fighting style, wanted to get back to making a statement. Well, he just did that.
He did that. I mean, it starts early with the calf kicks, but then that spinning elbow to break this. Look at this. Oh, spins right through, wobbles Magny, gets on top, and then it was all Morales from here on. He just kept finding a way to get to a dominant position. He had high mount, and then Neil rolled through. He was mounted. He kept trying to kick off, and when he did, he just took the back, flattened him out, and went to town with not much time left. Impressive first-round victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially 4 minutes, 39 seconds. Round number 1, we have your winner by TKO. He is still undefeated, Michael Morales.